Bienvenidos todos al fin de semana, mayo 14 del 2022. Le damos la bienvenida a todos nuestros radioescuchas y a todos los que nos están tomando su tiempo para ser parte de esta transmisión en su programa, el segmento en ADS Radio Panamá 507 #Seattle. Mi nombre es Blanca Castaño y hoy tengo la grata a visita de Alexandra, que nos va a platicar de sus diferentes talentos y esa pieza tan importante, el emprendimiento del talento joven panameño aquí en el Pacífico Northwest. Para antes seguir con esta conversación, vamos a entrar en ambiente, un poquito de calidez en ese jugor panameño, con un poquito de Alfredo Chávez, música. Bueno, y estamos de regreso. Gracias a todos. Este programa Panamá 507 #Seattle, con la visita hoy de Alexandra, lo vamos a hacer un poquito mixto. Vamos a hacer un poquito en español y también lo vamos a platicar en inglés para todos aquellos que nos están escuchando. Si tienen alguna pregunta, sugerencia, comentarios, están bien recibidos aquí en www.adsradio.org. También pueden llamarnos al estudio 206-471-4482. Bajar la aplicación Amigos de Seattle Radio y en todas las redes, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Aquí estoy con Alexandra. Alexandra, bienvenida. Welcome to ADS Radio Panama 507 #0. Welcome, welcome.
Gracias por la oportunidad. Es un gran pleasure. Estoy muy excited y también, wow, it's a great opportunity. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, comment, algo eso. It's nice to spread the word and spread the love.
So I know you very well, and we're going to get to it later toward the end of our conversation. But first and most, tell me a little bit about Alexandra. Who is Alexandra? I know you have a lot of talent and you're an entrepreneur, but just briefly tell me who is Alexandra.
I'm Alexandra Watts. Yo soy una hija. I'm also an adventurer. Yo soy de Panama. Very proud. I am a prior queen and representative of Panama folklore, still representing every day and proud to show where I'm from and showcase to young women, girls, men, everyone as an inspiration to the future that anything that you dream, you can achieve and also have fun doing so.
Well, you talk a little bit about your representation as a queen, as a face that represents many of us in different platforms, cultural, promoting Panamanian culture, folklore. You participate with Sociedad Molas in New York, and you are pretty active with the community, and you embrace your roots. Talk to me a little bit about your heritage, how you transmit, how you showcase that maintain within you and with others, how you enjoy that. Tell me a little bit about your heritage.
Oh, goodness. I like to share the message that a small country that connects the Americas with the Panama Canal, it's rich with more than just, that fact. There's great people with much talent, inspired to share with music, with food, with the bright colors and conversation, and rich history. There's not a lot of people, who can recognize that there's more outside of the borders than just Canada, New Mexico, or anything of that reference. There's more beyond that, and then there's more to the people. And it's a beautiful message to share and be proud that I am Latin American, first generation, with discipline from the reflections as an American, representing as a U.S. veteran as well, and at the same time, the pride that you bring outside of that is grand. And so I wear it proud on my heart, on my sleeve, and with every waking moment that I can share, even if my Spanish can be un poquito lento, but it's a matter of practice, and I am thankful for the opportunity to be present in the community, and share the voice to everyone with the languages I have.
So, in your platform, and for so many things do you have conquer and is still going, you talk about the culture, the food. What are some of your favorite dishes, Panamanian dishes, you can share with the audience today?
Gosh, I need a recipe book for one of those because there's so many. Of course, the classic arroz con pollo. Some of my favorites from home: carne en palito, caramañoles, empanadas. The sweets is, of course, flan, tres leches, and raspado, of course. My goodness, can't forget any of those. And then the beverages, range from Malta, Balboa, if you're of age, Um, drink responsibly as well. And just so much. Any corner you go to, you can smell it from the homes, you can smell it from the street, and it all tastes so good, honestly.
Great. What do you miss from home? What are some of the things? What is some of the places that you drive up and you're like, oh, yeah, this is a must to go place, and what is some of the activities that you perform and you do to cultivate your heritage?
Well, the first thing I do when I get off of the plane is I look for a Don Lee. Uh, but it's very good. But I love, I am so proud to see when I leave the airport, the people who are proud of where they're from. And if they don't have much, they do what they can with what they have. And the beautiful, the weather, of course, you gotta love Pacific Northwest. It's cold, and then it brings back that I can appreciate where I'm from with the heat and just the diverse views that you have. You have the city from Panama City that's robust and growing, and you can escape into San Blas Islands. You can go and see history with Panama Viejo, um, and so much. Go to David, go into the country, go into the mountains. I would definitely love to explore more of the ocean and see the water life that's present there. And um, honestly, it'd be my dream to go back during the most robust times of the year. So during November, we have Independence Month, celebrating not just one, but two great feats from our country that we can overcome and be one of our own. In January, you have Panama representing, La Mil Polleras, the beautiful display of just fashion and history and just pride. Um, I don't think that can go without speaking, just to showcase that a dress isn't just a dress, it's much more than that. And it brings great pride to every woman, no matter the age. You can be a little baby, you can be, 70 or above, and still showcasing with pride.
Indeed, it's beautiful to celebrate some of the different episodes and events that we host in Panama. You also have danced a little bit of some of the folklore rhythms from Panama. How that feels?
It's a little challenging for one. It's definitely a workout. My arms definitely feel the pain, but it's beautiful art. You can tell a story. I mean, you've got El Punto, which is one of my favorites to aspire to do, and I look forward to one day actually making that dream come true. But you can be anyone and be a part of it, and um, it's just it's an art form that I hope never dies away. With the advancements of technology and things, it's great to see the progress that society can do, but it's nice to reflect back where we began. And so, with that, stories are told through body movement, with um, what you wear, what you speak, what you sing. There's great music that goes along with it, and you can participate in that while you dance as well.
Fabulous. So, within all that, um, you obviously make a living and your lifestyle is in Seattle. How you promote and you cultivate and continue a little bit of inspiration or words of encourage to the new generation. It not matter for just Panamanian only, but for so many other brands and culture. How you express to them to continue promoting the roots?
As someone who didn't get a chance to grow up in Panama, I've lived here in the US for most of my life. I've had the pleasures to go and visit and appreciate where I'm from. And I think it's very important that no matter how many miles away you are from wherever you are, you can still be rooted with where you're from and and do it with great pride. Go to school, go learn, and if you don't know where you're from, do the research, and then you will find there's just again so much beauty to be had in that, and then the sense of appreciation that when you can say, I, Alexandra Watts, am proud from Panama, or I'm proud from El Salvador, Honduras, Brazil, wherever you are from, you can, say that you are American, and first and foremost, you came to this country or any place that you go to for a great opportunity, and just wear it with pride, honestly.
Great. So let's just go ahead and now move on to a different subject. So I know that you're a free spirit. You have on your sleeve a little bit of modeling. You are an outgoing. You happen to be a veteran, Air Force, and of so many other little things here and there. Have gone through a little bit of like any young, you know, um, that sometimes you're trying to define what is those things that you need to do in life. And you're still learning, you're still growing. Tell me a little bit of within all those talents that you do, as well as traveling and explore. You happen to launch not long ago your own business. Um, and after so many attempts on different sites and things, this seems to be the one that happen to endorse and inspire you the most. Tell me a little bit of this business and what it's all involved.
Well, with my vast ventures in life, as you um, highlighted, I've had the opportunity to explore being a veteran and the great works there, retail, everything. Taking those skills, I have surrounded myself with people who I can associate and my product of association grow. And with that, I've discovered the blockchain. If some people may recognize, there's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's hundreds of opportunities in this realm of cryptocurrency. It's been something growing from 2014, so on and so forth. In specific, with what I've participated in, has been present since 2015, but I didn't join it until August time frame to see it rise and fall, and it's definitely shown me to be resilient with what I do, because of course it is a bit of a gamble, and it does take courage to participate with what I do. But when I discovered this new avenue of life, um, I saw great opportunity as the fiat or US dollar, has been showcased that it can't sustain itself as um, we thought it has. I mean, not to be a bummer or a downer on things, but the US is in great debt and can't keep up with it. So, how do we evolve? How do we um, face this challenge and come with a solution? And with these solutions, it's not just um, one problem specific, it is worldwide and it has a great opportunity. So, um, with that, there's been a growing community wanting to showcase the finance side and at the same time the art side. So I jumped into it through NFTs, NFT, pues, and it was a way to bring my hobbies that I enjoy, showcasing modeling art, and bringing it to people who would be interested to invest in those things. And that's the thing with investment. Um, you know, I've realized what what do the rich people do? Yeah, you don't just buy things. You invest in money. You invest in experiences. You invest in these things that bring you value, and that's where I was able to participate. And then I realized that there's technology. It's a forefront of change in this time. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram changing as well. Apple, these big companies are realizing that this is the future and it is an opportunity. And it's a great time to jump in and get ahead of the curve so that way when it is fully grand scale available, I'm not scared of that change and to adapt. Um, but I realized there was a small minority group, just as it has been reflective in the real world. You know, we've seen um, women wanting to be represented as, you know, equal to men in calibers of brains, beauty, a vast variety of categories. And at the same time, same thing goes for the diverse cultures. You know, there's Cardano is very prominent and well known for the activist opportunities that they're trying to bring forth in countries like Africa. But it's also a great opportunity for all minorities. You can be Latino, you can be anywhere in the world and invest and let your money grow for you. And so I was inspired to share this message as a woman and share it with more people that you can do it too.
You talk about the blockchain, you talk about Cardano. What is Cardano Woman and what is your role as a Cardano woman? I know you're the CEO in somewhat, and talk to me a little bit about that.
Cardano Woman was an happy accident. Most of this cryptocurrency community is represented in Twitter, in Reddit, in a little bit of a Facebook, and it's starting to grow a little bit more outside of that, but mostly on Twitter. And the great opportunities with Twitter is you can participate in these rooms, essentially, where you talk to people and make friends and grow from there. But when I first joined, I was seeing that on these Twitter spaces, there were 5 women. And I enjoy participating in the Women Crush Wednesday celebrations and say, what woman are you looking up to? What woman do you aspire in this realm? And it would be the same 5 women every time, which was amazing and exciting, but at the same time was devastating that there was an ocean full of men taking advantage of this opportunity, but women were being labeled as slow to learn, slow to evolve into this realm. And so I took it as a challenge. I took it as I want to find more women. And um, instead of it being just a Twitter sort of hobby, it went to a mission that in and out of technology, I want to find women and show them the possibilities that are presented. You can be an artist, you can be in finance, you can be a lawyer, you can be a singer, whatever you are now, you can still translate it into Web3 and do it better and have a bigger voice. That's the greatest part about Twitter is it gives you the opportunity to amplify your voice. And seeing that myself as a Panamanian American woman, it's reflected I'm in the minority group of many categories. And what better way to lead the way that a minority woman can lead the way for anyone? And so um, Cardano Women was founded in December and officially launched as an LLC in March to celebrate Women's History Month. Um, And what better way to launch that movement during that time, to celebrate not only that, but it's also my birthday month. Um, so it was perfect. The stars were aligned, if you believe in that kind of realm. Um, that our mission is to onboard women, girls, um, men, non-binary folk, anyone who has a dream, who has a goal to achieve. You can do it, and you don't have to do it alone. And with that, we're learning at the same time. Whatever we learn, we share it and educate, and it's an endless cycle of being a mentee to a mentor, and being just a supporter, and giving that great voice. And so I have this vision to go worldwide. So yeah, no, it's exciting.
So you talk a little bit about the whole blockchain. You talk about onboarding. How people, or how does anyone that is interested to reach out to this type of practice? How can they get involved? Can you promote, give us a little bit of lead of how get to you, or get a little bit more uh, insight on that?
Absolutely. So we have our work in progress website. It is up and live as cardanowomen.io. And there you can find our resources on Instagram, on Twitter, on Discord. I'm available on Facebook, so you can follow me on there. And then we have ambitions to expand on YouTube and have videos ourselves to educate. Um, but you look for Cardano Women con un E, and feel free to ask any question. It's really, really easy, but it's also really, really hard. So even with the avenues and the resources that I share, look to Google, look to Yahoo if it's still up, wherever you can find research. Please do the research, because I don't want to steer you wrong. And it's not for everyone, but it's also for everyone if you so choose. So absolutely, I have a part of that Twitter Spaces thing. We have Spaces every weekday, and we reflect mostly on our time zones through UTC. So through UTC, it's Tuesday through Saturday. We have Spaces Tuesday and Saturday, UTC time, in English for the Western Hemisphere. On Wednesdays, we have it in Mandarin. On Thursday, we have it in Spanish. I'm hoping to practice my Spanish. And on Fridays, in English for the Eastern Hemisphere. And that's to show that we can conquer, that all women are everywhere. We're global. We're not just in Seattle. We're not just in Linwood or Vancouver or California, Miami, wherever you are. We are global, and we aspire to expand. Um, and so you can catch our Twitter Spaces, ask any questions. This month, we were bringing it back to the basics of what is a wallet, what is the blockchain, how do you get started. And it may be a rough time right now because the markets are down due to the time, but it's a great time to actually join in, because the barrier to entry is so low. You can buy in at 50 cents and have Cardano through Coinbase, through KuCoin, whatever exchange, but be sure to be safe and hold it into a safe avenue, which I can talk about in other realms, because it's a lot to take in.
Indeed. Thank you for all that. Oh my, that sounds interesting. And perhaps it's not that it's complicated, but it's where is will, there's a skill. It's just impressionant to hear all these involvements. There's any investment involved to join in, or
For Cardano women, no, you don't have to put any money forth. Is it appreciated? Yes. But as a student, you should take your time. You don't have to put your money in right away, unless if you have an extra $20 that you feel that is safe to spare from Starbucks, then you can invest it and don't touch it for at least like 5 years. See it grow, see it compound, and things like that. But definitely, I think the one message that is harped like no other is do your research. Cardano is only one facet of the blockchain, and it's one that I've endeared to whether as a proof of stake opportunity, um, a public decentralized network that is led by Charles Hoskinson. That's somebody who you can also vet and look to for information. He breaks it down into whatever digestible form you need. It can be super, super technical and advanced, or it can be as simple as my 5-year-old English can be sometimes. But it just goes to show that anyone can do it, anyone can achieve it. So
so you mentioned that within this blockchain, there's many people involved. In backstage, you have mentioned that there's celebrities. Um, there happen to be very involved and active within this. Tell me, just name if that's okay to do. Who are all involved so far as you know, and why is so important to get involved?
So, in the blockchain being a growing ecosystem, of course, like I said, you've got name brands like Apple, Facebook, and everything getting involved for the metaverse and all of these things. But like most times, you get to see celebrities are sporting the new jacket, the new shoes, the new jewelry. And the same thing goes with finances. If they invest in stock, they would invest in Facebook, they would invest in things like that. But in the realms of cryptocurrency, it's very few and far in between. Cardano has just recently onboarded Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. We have Snoop Dogg and his son, which is great to see a father and son business together. Um, there's more celebrities kind of coming in through the pipeline for Cardano as it is the underdog blockchain. Some people have viewed it as quote unquote a ghost chain, something that doesn't exist. But it's been proven to evolve to make sure that things work before releasing them. Test it, prove it, and then things of that sort of nature. And then outside of Cardano and to the blockchain, who I look forward to hopefully bringing into the realms of Cardano or networking. You have Madonna, you have Eva Longoria, you have Thalia is very much involved, so the Latina community is there. Shakira has NFTs. You have uh, so many, honestly. It's just exciting. And that for me, it's aspiring to see the women, who have been not exactly idols, but forces of nature to be reckoned with in their business, in their field, and coming forth that they can conquer this too, and they want to lead the way and show that anybody can do it.
That sounds impressive. So let's just go ahead and move the page a little bit as we have gone a little bit in depth on some of the things that you practice as far as your business. We talk a little bit about heritage. We talk a little bit of the platform. With all those together, how your heritage and the new business have come together. In which way this have happened to balance your life. You recently happened to visit Iceland. Um, Tell me, within all this interactions and so, how you find the balance and how all this has have a amazing connection, and how can you relate that with the public?
Well, it's perfect in line that you mentioned. How do I juggle it all? um, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's been a topic of conversation in my field and outside that there's pillars of life. You have to um, take turns, enjoy what feeds your brain, read, listen to audiobooks, um, exercise the mentality side of things in and outside of what you do for work. Make sure you go outside, enjoy the fresh air that you can breathe. Physically, this is part of being able to go out and travel. It's definitely something that I look forward to learning other cultures, interacting with new people, and it's just been an opportunity to explore. And that's where going outside, getting that fresh air is nice, and interacting, um, and bringing in your faith as well. So spiritually, however you um, fit into that shoe, um, whether it's yourself, it's outside of you, um, practicing all pillars of life, and it's not easy. I definitely slip through the cracks sometimes with my time management, wanting to balance my family and balance my friends, and also bringing in my new friends who I have. Um, it just it is just exciting, and bringing the reflections as you were meaning with where I'm from, and using that. It's remembering that as a little girl, I wanted to conquer the world after watching Pinky and the Brain. That every night, what do I do? What do I want to do? And how can I better myself? And how can I better the world? With the climate of everything out there, it is sad. It is depressing to see things crumble from what you remember. But the only way you can change it is being an active participant to educate people, to be active in the community, talk to your friends, talk to strangers. Yesterday was a great opportunity. I was walking through the street in downtown Seattle, and a gentleman's like asking, "Am I lost?" I wasn't exactly lost, but I was appreciative of the interaction that this man, who happens to be homeless, was unfortunate, I could cheer up his day by saying hello and recognizing who he was. And you can do much more than that. You can be at a soup kitchen, giving back to the community. You can donate your clothes. You can sustainability, shop at a small mom and pop shop. You can, yeah, small businesses for sure. That supports so many more people than just yourself. That feeds the rent for their location. It feeds their stomachs for food. It gives them motivation to continue and push forward for tomorrow, and pass it on to the next person, because whatever you've invested in them, they're going to invest into to other people, and grow that way. So the things that I've also reflected on is that you may have a bad day, but it's not a bad life. And just share it around, be positive, and even if you don't feel whole, someone out there will help and make you feel whole.
Well, this is Alexandra. We have just few more minutes left on our program, but before we move on to another a little slightly topic, is all about hablando español. ¿Cómo está tu español, Alexandra?
Bueno, yo sí, soy de Panamá. Y bueno, es un poquito de como Celdina. Cuando me entra aquí, yo es la cosa que es, si no usas, se me fue. Y eso es un grand fact que me puede comprender más, que me puede hablar, pero hay bastante gente aquí en Seattle, en Nueva York, que estamos en mi corner, cheering me on para hablar más y con bastante fuerte, pues, que es bien divertido para hablar y es orgulloso para practicar con mi lengua. Pues es un exercise, pero es... Sí. Sí, sí, toda la chisme. Pero es un gran practice para comprender bastante y yo quiero practicar más y por eso necesito poner, I need to put myself in the environment and challenge myself to do it more. Sí, practicar más, ponerse pues aquí en amigos de Seattle, practicar contigo y con Luis y la audience también. Gracias para la oportunidad to watch, embarrass myself. Pero, you know, just be out there to try it. And if you don't try it, you'll never achieve it.
Bueno, damas y caballeros, este ha sido Alexandra compartiendo con nosotros hoy un poquito de sus emprendimientos, en lo que se basa su plataforma de trabajo, una correspondencia donde promueve el talento de la mujer latina en lo que es los segmentos que en esa agrupación o en esa informativa de las nuevas currency, que es el Bitcoin y todos aquellos afiliados entre esta marca. Para aquellos que están interesados, necesitan alguna información, pueden corresponder aquí a algunas preguntas a www.adsradio.org. También pueden llamarnos al 206-471-4482, mandarnos también unos mensajes de alguna sugerencia, comentarios aquí a todas nuestras informativas, como tenemos Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Ha sido un placer tener a Alexandra, quien nos hable un poquito de sus hobbies, como modelaje, sus comidas preferidas, su heritage, sus raíces panameñas, y pues también veterana de la Fuerza Aérea, y es un placer, más que un placer, es un orgullo para mí. Mi nombre es Blanca Castaño y Alexandra es mi hija y he visto su transformación. I have seen her transformation y todas las circunstancias y todas las diferentes las variantes de retos que en estos días, en estas épocas, qué bonito ver el fruto de tu sacrificio, de tus labores, de tu pasión, que la generación mantenga esa y radiquen en promover nuestra cultura, mantengan promoviendo nuestro folclore y pues qué bonito que ah, ella tiene esa ambición también de predicar buenos hábitos y pues para aquellos que no necesariamente tienen que ser panameños, pero un mensaje para cualquier otra cultura, su generación, mantengan cultiven esos buenos hábitos de tu cultura, que creo que es una disciplina que logra buenos resultados porque es algo sano. ¿Algún mensaje? Uh, just a little message to the new generation and how to maintain their culture and to what have you foreseen? Anything that you want to share?
Talk to grandma, talk to grandpa, um, and listen to all the stories. Listen to what they have endured and how you can participate. And if you don't have someone, you know, go to this is the beauty of technology. Go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to whichever platform and find your community. And I promise you, someone will be happy to give you a helping hand, to teach you where you're from, to show you the way that you can or incorporate both who you are and show you who you are going to be. Um, yeah, it's just great dreams.
Where Alexandra is going with all this? Any future travel or any within that nutrition of gaining more and more, anything that what is your next vision within the Cardano?
Bueno, sharing the message of Cardano more, I have the honorable opportunity, hopefully, to go to NFT New York next month to talk about Cardano, to talk about NFTs, and también to go to Vegas in October. Es un conference. I'm a guest speaker. Wow. Y también, so eso se llama CNFT Con. Y el próximo, the one after, is Rare Bloom. Y también tenemos un platform to speak there. Es un great honor. And in between, I have dreams to meet my community around the world. They're in Australia, they're in Germany, they're in London, they're in Peru, they're in El Salvador. También Brazil. I have a huge, ahí tenemos una comunidad bien grande por la Latin community. They call themselves LATAM community, Latin American community. Y they're huge. They have a beautiful mission to not only share Cardano like I do, but to show the opportunity. So I look forward to being an active participant in all avenues through that way. Yes, Panama has some cryptocurrency going on. They got Bitcoin. The only one that they have forgotten is ADA, is Cardano. So hopefully we'll bring some light to Cardano. But it's a start. I've seen, the U.S. is slow to adopt, but you've got El Salvador, who's full on Bitcoin. You have Panama is growing to that as well. You have a little bit of it in Brazil, and I'm sure in other communities as well. But first and foremost, my passion is with Cardano, and the sister company would be Coti. So if you can't afford Cardano, you can afford Coti. But at the moment, it's 50 cents is what I saw this morning on the charts. So you can buy in and grow from there.
Are you proud of your Panamanian culture?
I'm so proud of my Panamanian culture. That I laugh when people say, "Where are you from?" And they're expecting to see La Fula, say Miami or LA or somewhere in Europe. And I say, "Yo soy de Panama." I say it with great pride. And I hope that I can represent where I'm from and all of the people behind me, before me, and who are coming after me. That it is a proud thing that you can be Panamanian and American at the same time.
Well, that was Alexandra, and I have to say I am very proud of you, and I love you to pieces, to the moon and beyond. This is my daughter, and I have, the pleasure to have you today and ADS Radio in Panama 507 hashtag Seattle. For all of you who have tuned in, thank you, thank you, thank you for your time. And definitely, this is not the first, neither the last. We continue on dos veces al mes aquí en su programa Panamá 507 hashtag Seattle. Para todos que tengan un gran fin de semana aquí en estudio con señor Luis, que nos va a deleitar ya para cerrar con un poquito de música de don Alfredo Chávez. Que tengan un gran fin de semana. Gracias, Alexandra.
Gracias, amigos de Seattle. Gracias, Mami. Like, comment, share. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in after. I look forward to coming back and sharing more updates.
Perfect. That was it. This is a wrap. And thank you all. Have a good weekend. God bless.